Spartans play it behind the Brentwood net. They're in the offensive zone right now. Spartans wearing the white jerseys, Brentwood in the dark green jerseys. Pat O'Rourke with you. Our director is Tim Banks. Pleased to have you with us here on De La Salle TV. Spartans bring it into the offensive zone again, looking for their first goal of the night, of the afternoon, I should say. Spartans, again, big favorites, 5-0, Brentwood 0-4. Here is Austin Anderson with a chance, and he is stymied by Hayden Terry in the Brentwood goal. And another shot goes high and into the netting behind the net. Just underway here at Dublin, Iceland. Pat O'Rourke with you here on De La Salle TV. Again, just underway. This game schedule started at 3:15, starting almost at 3:35 here as the Spartans get a chance in front, and the save is made again by Hayden Terry. Game before this one, Granada and San Ramon Valley went to overtime. Granada winning that one in OT, 9-8, the final score in that one. Face off here, Ethan Thrower for De La Salle, wins it for the Spartans. Spartans trying to get on the board here. Shot slides past wide left. Spartans keep it in the offensive zone. Try to feed in front, Jasper Hoffman. Played back behind the Brentwood goal. Another chance in front, trying to score in front, Jack LaPlante. And the puck is frozen, and we'll have a face-off here as we are less than a couple minutes into the contest. De La Salle and Brentwood here in the Pure Hockey League. And the Spartans get the goal there. Looked like Jack LaPlante scoring the goal. Apologies, just getting situated here. Spartans up 1-0. As they were to get that one pass, as Jack LaPlante is able to get the goal. Spartans get it in the offensive zone. Oh, Japina is out there for the Spartans, it appears. Looked like he was going to be missing this game, but he is out there for De La Salle. Veteran player for this team. He's got the puck now, makes a nice move in front. Looking for the backhand, slides it wide. Spartans in front by the 1-0 count. And again, get another chance in front, and it looks like they do, in fact, get that goal in front. Nate Ite appeared to get the goal. And that was 96 on the goal. That was Nate Ite on the goal. Yeah. Okay. But that, okay. So assisted by Ethan Thrower as well as Thomas John. But the goal by Nate Ite, was it, this is the goal scorer? Okay, the actual goal scorer there was Ethan Thrower. Again, just getting situated here. Jack LaPlante had the first goal for the Spartans. 2-0 Spartans lead it. We're at Dublin, Iceland, just 3 minutes into the first period. Spartans against Brentwood. The game has been pretty much played in the Spartans' offensive zone. As again, they look for a charge here, already up by a 2-0 count. This is Anderson going coast to coast, and he's stopped but keeps control of the puck here. Nice pass. He finds Nolan Moore, and Moore finds the back of the net. First goal of the day for Moore to make it 3-0 Spartans. So you got LaPlante, Thrower, and Moore with the goals for the Spartans, and they lead it 3-0. Here's the replay on the Moore goal. He goes high over the shoulder of goalie Hayden Terry. Another assist for Nate Ite, number 96 for the Spartans. 3-0 is actually our score here in favor of the Spartans. Spartans the big start here. Again, Anderson easily able to get into the Brentwood defensive zone. He's a gifted puck handler, son of head coach Tim Anderson. He'll feed it back towards the point where Nolan Moore is at. Moore makes a good move to his left, gets it into the middle, looks for the backhand, and Nolan Moore's backhand is in to make it 4-0 Spartans. So he scores back-to-back goals, and it's 4 goals in 4 minutes and 3 seconds for De La Salle. Here's Moore going from the left side all the way over to the right side and flipping in that backhand over the left shoulder of Hayden Terry. So 4-0 in favor of the Spartans. Shot goes wide. Mateo Haig. Actually, I should say Jack LaPlante out there for the Spartans. Nate Ite behind the net. And Brentwood able to clear the zone. Feed it to Jonah Kipe. Jonah Kipe with the first chance of the day for Brentwood, and the Spartans make the stop. Ethan Thrower brings into the offensive zone for the Spartans. Good move again in front by Ite. Nice pass over to Hoffman. Hoffman's shot is stopped. Thrower continuing to do work behind the net. He's got Keith McCormick close by and 3 Brentwood players in their dark jerseys. Fed up out to the point. That's Ite with it there. Ite makes a move. Feeds in front. Hoffman tries to score, and the Spartans end up getting it into the net past Terry for their 5th goal of this first period. Jack LaPlante with his second. And Thomas John his second assist, as you see there. Make it 5-0 Spartans. Good move by Brentwood, and a shot in front. Sprawling is Zotos, Andreas Zotos in the Spartan goal to make sure that Brentwood stays with a goose egg on the scoreboard. Ite brings it into the offensive zone. Ite in front, and he scores. He's got a couple of assists, and now Ite in the scoring column as well as the Spartans get their 6th goal of this opening period. Nolan Moore, who's got a couple of goals, got the assist there as you see Ite get the goal for the Spartans. And on that scoreboard, 6-0 in favor of De La Salle. We've played less than 6.5 minutes. Spartans on their way to go into 6-0. This is Anderson again going coast to coast. Anderson, clearly one of the top fastest skaters in the league. Turns it over here, taken by Brentwood. And Anderson will control near the Spartans' net. Anderson tries to get through traffic. Somehow the puck stays near his skate, and he flips it in behind the Brentwood net. And Brentwood will clear it. Spartans aren't interested in the icing and just want to keep this game flow going as we're almost halfway through the opening period. In front, shot, and the save made. Hayden Terry as he denies the Spartans. I mentioned Japina. It's actually Thomas John who's wearing Japina's jersey, who's got a couple of assists already in this one. 6-0 Spartans lead it. And it will be John who brings it back out. Beats it ahead to Jack LaPlante. Played behind the Brentwood net. Spartans applying some pressure there, including Ethan Thrower. It's been all Spartans up to this point. The top team in this league, coming off an overtime win a few weeks ago. And Brentwood able to clear with Jack McGillivray. Sent all the way down to the ice. Officials wave off the icing. And the Spartans get the takeaway ahead of LaPlante. LaPlante looking for the hat trick. And he is stopped by Terry in the Brentwood net. So it stays 6-0. 6:45 to go in the opening period. Chased down by Nate Ite. Ite going coast to coast, right between everybody in the Brentwood defense. Ite all the way behind the net. Flips it over to John. John loses control for a moment. Loose puck. Saved by Brentwood. Brentwood will send it all the way down the ice. Over 6 minutes to go in the first. Spartans get the takeaway. Unable to get the shot in front was LaPlante. For Brentwood, Isaac Parsons quickly pushes. Here's Thrower, Ethan Thrower for De La Salle. Brentwood's held the Spartans at bay for a few minutes since that sixth goal after a furious start where the Spartans scored 4 times in the first 4 minutes. We're almost 10 minutes through the period, still in the first. Through defenders, Ite flips it in with a backhand. He's got his second goal, and the Spartans are up 7-0. So you got LaPlante, Moore, and Ite all with 2 goals apiece for De La Salle. Ite, 2 goals and 2 assists. Here's his second goal of the night. And wraps it by Hayden Terry in the Brentwood net. 7-0 Spartans. Nolan Moore. Moore, LaPlante, and Ite will all be looking to get a hat trick. We have 4:54 to go in the first period. Shot from the far circle. Goes high off the boards in the attempt by Nolan Moore. Chased down by Anderson in the Spartans' defensive zone. Not too many whistles here in the first period. Ite already has a couple. Moore knifes his way in. The attempt by John goes wide. We're in the final 4 minutes of the first period. Here's Moore. Nolan Moore goes behind the net, looking to wrap around, feed it in front. Cleared for a moment by Brentwood and then eventually cleared out of the zone. Spartans, though, get control as Anderson retrieves it. in front of the De La Salle net, where Andreas Zotos has not been tested much in that goal. Less than 3.5 to go in the first. Here's Anderson between defenders. Loses a handle. Retrieved. Shot. Save made. And Brentwood able to clear. They're looking ahead for Jonah Kipe. Kipe loses control. Played in the corner by Anderson and flipped around the boards. Goes to Thomas John. John feeds it to Moore on the left side. Moore's got LaPlante with him. Tries to flip it past the goalie. It goes wide. Moore had it back for a moment, but then cleared by the Brentwood side. 2:43 to go in the first. All Spartans 7-0. Ethan Thrower tries to get to it. Brentwood player slips down. Matthew Durr there. He's back up. Another chance for the Spartans in front. And goal for Jack LaPlante. He's got the hat trick as he goes over the left shoulder of Hayden Terry for the Spartans' 8th goal of this opening period. So that's 3 goals for Jack LaPlante. You see him between a couple of defenders and then flipping it high. He's got 3. Moore and I each have 2. Thrower's got the other goal for the Spartans. 4 different players have scored. 2:11 to go in the opening period. If you're wondering, there is a running clock, but that's in the 3rd period if the goal differential is 7 or more. Spartans feed it ahead with less than 2 minutes to go in the period. Brentwood able to clear for a moment of thought, but no, Spartans keep it in. Anderson, great move, feed in front, and on the one-timer, Jasper Hoffman has the goal. So Hoffman gets his first of the night. You see Jasper Hoffman getting the goal on the feed from Eit, who now has 3 assists. 9-0 Spartans. Another chance for the Spartans in the white jerseys and skating it high and in for the 10th goal of this period was Ethan Thrower getting his 2nd. Ten goals in the period for the Spartans. Here's Thrower. Good puck control. And actually they're going to say no, he did not get that one in the So it looks like he did not get that on in as a save was made. It was just frozen by Terry in that goal. So it is going to be Spartan control here on this near side. It's going to be LaPlante over to Anderson. Anderson feeds it to the far side. Traffic in front for Eit. Eit. We're in the final minute of the opening period. Eit to his left, tries to feed it in front. Nobody able to tap it home. 9-0 Spartans lead. 32 seconds to go in the first. Shot in front. Thomas John, hard slap shot. And the save made by Terry. With exactly 30 seconds to go in the opening period. Play in front. It's Jack LaPlante. Behind the net. Spartans looking to control with Thomas John. John's pass goes off the back of the net. Up to the point. Shot in front, almost scooted by. Terry in goal. Final 8 seconds here. Spartans looking for one more final chance here before the end of the period. 9 goals in this opening period, and that is the conclusion of the period with the Spartans leading by a score of 9-0. We'll take a timeout. You're watching Spartans hockey. This is De La Salle TV.
Y'all ready for this? Yeah.
At Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, we want you to get your swing back, get your ride back, get your sprint back. With our top-to-toe orthopedic care throughout the Bay Area, we want you to get your life back. Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, ortho care for life.
Navigating the business world is fraught with dangers. As your guide, Armanino provides the insights, clarity, and strategy you need to succeed. You won't just win today, you'll redefine the game. Armanino, possible, redefined.
Nine 0 Spartans lead after one period of play. We'll have the running clock going on throughout the second and the third periods. So 9-0 in favor of the Spartans. Goals in that first period. The hat trick for Jack LaPlante, Nolan Moore, and Nate I each have 2 goals. Also Ethan Thrower and Jasper Hoffman with 1 goal apiece. Nolan Moore and the Spartans now going from right to left. Here's Moore. Passing off to Ite. Spartans trying to work on their passing here with this comfortable lead. Spartans have a number 1 we don't have on the roster right now. He's wearing a Jupina jersey, but Jupina is not here. So, okay, Hunter Schwartz is the one wearing the number 1. Okay, got that. With the number 6, Thomas John. Spartans continuing to work on their passing here. Just underway in the second period. 13:48 to go in the second. Schwartz sends it into the corner. Spartan player gets tripped up and goes down. Brentwood has not spent a lot of time in the offensive half. The Spartans get the takeaway here. Ite drops it back. Shuffled in front by John. Goes around the boards. Taken by Madison Weingard. Brentwood defending in the zone. Spartans just working on their passing right now. Nobody has scored yet in this second period. Spartans continue to work the puck around. James Papp, and the shot sails wide for Brentwood, retrieved by LaPlante. LaPlante's already got a hat trick. He'll just send it around instead of attacking the Brentwood goal. And it's played around. It's not easy for Spartans right here. You're kind of, you're almost being told not to score here, just to kind of work on some of the things because you don't want to embarrass the opposition. So try to find things you can work on within the game. And right now the Spartans working on their puck movement and their passing as it goes out of the zone all the way down to the Brentwood defensive half. Ite tries to feed it back. It goes through Keith McCormick, but retrieved by Ethan Thrower. Spartans still haven't really taken a shot here in the second period. They do get it in front here, and this time it's Hayden Terry making the save. Stays 9-0. We're over 4 minutes into the second. Here's James Papp. Papp and Brentwood trying to score here, but the save made in front by Andreas Zotos. Face off, and Brentwood unable to keep it in the zone. Spartans 9 goals in this one. Jack LaPlante's got the hat trick to lead everybody. Hunter Schwartz plays it along the boards. Jack LaPlante holding. Back to Schwartz. Schwartz in the middle, shoots, and it goes off the glove of Hayden Terry and trickles wide. Spartans try to keep it in the zone. And it's played now in the neutral zone. Now Anderson re-enters, but that's an offsides. Anderson didn't see that McCormick had yet to escape the zone. 9:19 to go in the second. Spartans again playing in the offensive half. This is Thrower in front. Thrower trying to force his way into the goal and ends up skipping along the boards. Play at the point by Schwartz. Brentwood clears it into the neutral zone. Far side, Amanda Toomey with it. Toomey trying to control. And the Spartans get the takeaway. This is Anderson. Anderson around the net. Anderson in front. One-on-one with the goalie. Nice save made by Hayden Terry again. Here's Schwartz. Played behind the Brentwood goal. To the point where we'll find Thomas John. Here's Thrower sending it wide. John keeps it in. In front, shot goes wide. Matthew Durr played it for a moment for the Spartans. And Brentwood able to clear. We're now midway through the second period. Spartans with a 9-0 lead, all 9 goals in that opening period. Spartans have been working on their passing here in the second period as Anderson takes it behind the Brentwood net. And it's clear. Brentwood has a 3-on-1 development as they look for their first goal and unable to get the chance in front. And in the other direction, it's Schwartz. Played behind the Brentwood goal. 6:45 to go in the second. This game started late, but moving pretty quickly now. And here's Anderson. Anderson 1-on-1, and he gets the finish to make it 10-0. First goal of the game for Austin Anderson. It did, okay, well, I guess it did not go in. It did not, okay. So no goal for Anderson, my apologies. It stays 9-0. Spartans get the face off and play it back into their defensive end. This is Eit, who's got a couple goals and a couple of assists. Spartans still have not scored here in the second. But Plant gets it taken for a moment. Spartans keep it in with Moore. Moore flips it in front. And here's James Papp. Papp tries to slide it past Zotos. Zotos kicks it away. And it's Eit to Moore. Moore tries to drop it back, and Granada's got, or I should say Brentwood's got the takeaway. 5:25 to go in the second period. Here's Moore again across the blue line. Moore skates behind the Brentwood net. Finds Eit. To Moore. Moore to his right. Shot deflected on the way to the goal, and the save made by Terry. Running clock continues here in the second with the Spartans up by the 9-0 count. Face-off coming up. We'll have a running clock in the third period as well. Spartans scoring all 9 of their goals in the first period. In front, Moore looking to feed it to a teammate in front and skips by. Now here's Eit trying to get it to Keith McCormick, and freezing the puck is Hayden Terry. Taken away by Eit. Eit to his left. Feeds over to LaPlante. LaPlante already got a hat trick in this one. He'll take it to the blue line and get it to Moore. Spartans continue to work on their puck movement, taken away by Brentwood. Nice takeaway by Anthony Lopez Rodriguez. He takes a dip on the ice. Delayed penalty coming up here as Papp sends it high over the goal. And there is the whistle. Power play coming up for Brentwood. Penalty against the Spartans. Clock continuing to run here. 3 minutes to go in the second. And the Spartans get the takeaway. So they're shorthanded now as Anderson brings it across the blue line. Anderson using his speed. Kept in by Schwartz. Schwartz takes it toward the corner. Nolan Moore. Moore, the good hockey name, feeds it back to Thomas John at the point. 2.5 to go. Again, 9-0 Spartans, all 9 goals scored in the opening period. Here's Moore. Moore between defenders. Over to Schwartz. Taken away by Amanda Toomey. And Brentwood, again, unable to capitalize and use that as a scoring chance. Spartans through the neutral zone, try to get it to Schwartz. Skips all the way down the ice. Less than 2 minutes to go in the second period. Brentwood still on a man advantage. Anthony Lopez Rodriguez up the far side. He takes into the offensive zone, trying to make something happen. Uses some good speed here, kicks it to himself. Lopez Rodriguez continuing to control. Pass taken away by the Spartans. Taken by Anderson. Anderson coast to coast, and he takes it behind the net. Ite back into the game as he comes off the ice in a line change. Here's Moore. 1:14 to go in the second. Nolan Moore. Knocked away by the Brentwood side. And sent out of the zone. Retrieved by the Spartans and Ethan Thrower. Thrower, one of the Spartans who scored in that opening period. Final 49 seconds of the second. Spartans haven't had scored here in the second. LaPlante takes a tumble. Taken away by Jack McGillivray. We're in the final 30 seconds of the period now. Here's Thrower. Ethan Thrower between defenders. Gets a chance in net, and it's covered up by Terry. And with the running clock here, we'll see if we have enough time for a face-off. Five seconds now, and it looks like that will just take us to the end of the second period. So Spartans still lead at 9-0 over Brentwood Livermore. You're watching De La Salle Hockey. This is De La Salle TV.
When it comes to protecting your home or business, Bay Alarm has been bringing the best for more than 75 years. They offer professionally monitored security and fire systems designed to fit your specific needs. Go to bayalarm.com to get protected today. That's bayalarm.com.
Spartans 9, the Brentwood Livermore team nothing, as we've completed 2 periods of play here at Dublin, Iceland. We go to the third period. We'll have another running clock here in the third. Nobody scored in that second period. Spartans, after scoring 9 goals in the first, led up in that second period, clearly working on their passing. Spartans come in 5-0. Brentwood Livermore 0-4. Spartans have outscored the opposition 36-11 coming in, so make that 45-11. They've outscored the opposition on the season right now up to date as we're underway in the third period. Spartans have Ethan Thrower with it. Thrower tried to feed it in front where Hunter Schwartz was at. It's kicked over into the boards. Brentwood tries to clear. Schwartz keeps it in. Nice feed in front. Thrower's chance saved in front by Terry. And Brentwood able to clear and send it all the way down the ice. This is Ite. Couple goals, a couple of assists. feeds it back to Thrower. Thrower able to keep it in nicely. Thrower penetrates, feeds it in front. Ike flicks it wide. Possession stays with Thrower and the Spartans. There's Ike again. Ike again trying to flip it over the shoulder of Terry in goal. Ends up sending it wide. We're over a minute into the third period. 9-0 Spartans lead. Spartans on 9 goals in the first period, so a running clock in the second, and now a running clock here in the third. Pat O'Rourke with you at Dublin, Iceland. Spartans, who made it to the championship game in this league last year, got an excellent opportunity to do so again this year. They're surely going to go to 6-0 today. Shot sails high from Schwartz. And Brentwood clears again, chasing Casey Brainerd. Coming out of goal, Andrea Zotos for De La Salle. And here's Ethan Thrower again. Thrower runs into a Brentwood Livermore player as Matthew Durr takes a fall for them. And now for Brentwood, it's Isaac Parsons taken away. Here's Ite. Ite using his speed, takes it all the way into the corner. Behind the Brentwood net, he stops in the dime. Flicks it over to the other side to Thrower. Ite again, back to Thrower. Thrower in front. Thrower skips it past, and Thrower's got his second goal, and the Spartans are now in double figures with their 10th goal of the game. So Ethan Thrower gets the goal. He has 2. Nolan Moore has 2. Nate Ite's got 2. Jack LaPlante with 3. You also got Jasper Hoffman with a goal. And the Spartans up 10-0. Less than 12 minutes to go. Here's Moore. And Brentwood able to kick it away. Now Thomas John. Moore in front to Anderson. Skips off his stick. And Brentwood clears. This is Ite. Ite looking for his third. Ite through traffic. Ite. And it's kicked away by Terry. And off the netting. A running clock. The clock continues to go with over 11 minutes to go in the third. Spartans up 10-0. 9 of the goals in the opening period, and then the 1 goal here in the third period from Ethan Thrower. Brentwood wins the face-off. Taken away by Thomas John. Shuffled along the boards. Stays in the Spartans offensive zone. Hunter Schwartz. And taken by the Brentwood Livermore side, Lopez Rodriguez, who's been the quickest skater on the ice for Brentwood. Save is made on his attempt. Chasing is Logan Mowdy of Brentwood, and the Spartans, though, able to get the takeaway with Moore. It stays a shutout here with over 10 minutes to go. Nolan Moore goes back to control and feeds it. Anderson. Austin Anderson. And he gets taken down as he tries to make a move. This is Jack LaPlante. He's the only Spartan that's got 3 goals today. LaPlante, and the save made by Terry. Terry trying to cover it up, and the whistle blows. Spartans 10, Brentwood Livermore side nothing. We've had a running clock here in the third, as well as in the second. Got 9.5 minutes to go. Spartans now 46 goals on the season, with the 10 that they have in this one. They win the face-off. Brentwood, though, able to get control. Here's Eit. Eit, a nice move. Backhanded pass, looking for more. Again, the Spartans working on their passing after jumping out to the early big lead. This is Eit. LaPlante plays it back. LaPlante. And a good save by Hayden Terry. We're 6.5 minutes into the third period. We'll have another face-off here. Spartans keep it in with Eit. Eit and the Spartans being very patient right now as Ethan Thrower sends it behind the net. Goes over to Schwartz. Schwartz trying to skip it over to the other side. Thrower is over there. Ethan Thrower. And it's taken away by Brentwood. And taken by Eit. 7:13 to go. We're more than midway through the third period. Eit again gets a chance in front, and he flips it in off the crossbar. You might have been able to hear that ping on your broadcast as he goes off the crossbar, no goal. Icing waved off. Spartans have control. 6:47 to go, up by the 10-0 count. Played in the corner. Madison Weingard gets a chance. Cleared over to Eit. Eit brings it across the blue line, but James Papp and Brentwood Livermore are there. Shot and save made by Terry in front. Here's Thrower. Ethan Thrower through traffic, and it goes wide. He has the only goal scored since that first period. 6:05 to go. Thrower behind the net to Eit. Eit trying to flip it in with his stick. Past the Brentwood goal. Face off into the far circle over there. Coming up. Face off coming up here with 5:16 left. Spartans leading 10-0. Going to go to 6-0 in this league. Here's Hunter Schwartz. And Schwartz sends it into the corner. Spartans continue to maintain control. They've had possession throughout this match. Here's Anderson feeding it in front towards Schwartz. Brentwood unable to clear. Thrower's got it. Ethan Thrower in front of the net. Stabbed away by Hayden Terry. And it's Anthony Lopez Rodriguez for the Brentwood Livermore team. Tries to get over to Papp, but Thrower's there to knock it away. Taken by Anderson again. Stabbed away by Brentwood Livermore, and Anderson will retrieve. He'll go back to Thomas John. 4:15 left. Spartans still up 10-0. Thrower finds Jack LaPlante. Skipped around. Schwartz couldn't keep it in. And we now have less than 4 minutes to go. We'll hopefully bring you another De La Salle hockey game before the season is done, as LaPlante tried to take it in. The semifinals and championship of this league will be held May 10th and 11th. At May 11th, that Mother's Day is the night they'll have the championship game. So we might be able to do that one next year on De La Salle TV. We'll keep you posted as the Jack LaPlante flips it by Terry, but not in goal. LaPlante has the hat trick in this one. He's got 3 goals. Thrower, Moore, and Eit all have 2 goals apiece. And Jasper Hoffman's got the one other one for the Spartans, who've got 10. 9 of them were scored in the opening period. Spartans have led off since. There's been a running clock throughout the second and third periods, and now we have just 3:05 to go. Sent wide by Thomas John. Papp takes it along the boards for Brentwood. His pass goes behind a teammate. Played all the way in the Spartans' defensive zone. Controlled by LaPlante. LaPlante trying to work on his stick work there. Has it taken away, but Eit gets it back. Eit tried to bring it in the zone, but met a couple of defenders there. Brentwood looking to get on the board here. We're in the final 2 minutes and 10 seconds. And the save made in front by Andreas Zotos. Clock continuing to run. 1:53 and counting. Again, the semifinals and championship of this league are May 10th and 11th. Spartans win the face-off. Here's Nolan Moore. Moore, a couple of goals today, along with an assist. Controls. He's an experienced player in the Spartan varsity team. Shot in front. Terry makes a save. Eit into the corner. Played back to Anderson. Now Eit again. Eit from that far circles. Tries to force his way in front of the net. Good play made by Terry to stay in front. And Brentwood, again, looking for that first goal of the match. And they get it. Terrific shot and score for the Brentwood Livermore team. Goal made by Parsons, Isaac Parsons. And they are on the board. Isaac Parsons. And you see, this is not the easiest angle for him to score. And that's how Brentwood gets their first goal of this match and make it 10-1 with just 31 seconds to go. So good to see Brentwood's side get on the board here, as they've been outmatched, but they've played hard throughout. Spartans, see if they can get one more, but it clears the zone. Final 12 seconds. Eit has it taken away. And now it's Moore. Moore. Pad save made by Terry. And the buzzer will sound. The Spartans will win it by the final score of 10-1. Brentwood drops to 0-5. The Spartans improve to 6-0. Jack LaPlante, the hat trick in this one. Also Ethan Thrower, Nolan Moore, and Nate Eit all had 2 goals apiece, and 1 goal for Jasper Hoffman. Also, Eit, I believe, had 3 assists in this game. He also a couple assists for Thomas John tonight, and Andreas Zotos was strong in goal. Again, 10-1, the Spartans win it, and they improve to 6-0. Thanks to Tim Banks, our director and cameraman. I'm Pat O'Rourke signing off from Dublin, Iceland. The Spartans scored 9 goals in the opening period and go on for a 10-1 win over Brentwood Livermore. You've been watching Spartans hockey. This is